I'm an experimentalist. I always have been.
Well, your experimental nature might have landed you with more experimenting than you bargained for. Experimenting as you are with losing your US visa because of the drug-taking admissions that you included in your book, Spare. Yeah, and I told him he must have been off his head, to include that. Might literally have been so.
You never said not to include it. You said be yourself, Harry. Talk about what's important to you.
Yeah, right, but accept things that might mean that your US visa is revoked, I never thought I needed to mention that, That seemed pretty obvious.
Nothing's obvious when I'm involved, Meghan.
You have court cases aplenty coming up at the moment, Harry, and with your relationship with Meghan seemingly heading south, this must be a pretty intense period of your life.
Hence, I need my drugs. I never forget my first ayahuasca experience. I met Len, who represented the Little Green Men.
Excuse me? Oh my God.
I've never spoken in public about this, but I met a chap called Len, who represents the Little Green Men.
Oh, I really wish you hadn't done this.
Oh, he's as real as you or me, and whenever I take ayahuasca, he visits me. Yeah, he's funny, he's enlightened, and he has some undeniable pearls of wisdom.
I'm not convinced that this line of discussion will aid your defense, Harry.
No, and that's what he said, He said, don't bring this stuff up in an interview. You'll look stupid, And he was right. But I didn't listen to him. In fact, that's my main fault, actually. I don't often enough listen to Len.
Who represents the Little Green Men?
That's him. But people who haven't taken ayahuasca, they put it down. They mock it. They say that it just makes you talk and speak a load of nonsense, But Len said that's because they're just stuck in a four-dimensional reality.
Right, so Len, from the Little Green Men, told you that those who couldn't see him just weren't as enlightened as you are?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but Harry, remember, I believe this stuff. I know you can go places. I've been places too. I once did goat yoga after an avocado salad on Mount Mara. I've seen things. You can go places. But even to me, what you're saying just sounds like, ridiculous.
Maybe you're right, Meghan. Maybe you're right. I didn't even listen to him about not bringing him up in conversation. Yeah, and although he was right on this occasion, what does that show you? It shows you that I just don't really trust Len. I just don't trust him.
Oh, but you seem so close.
Well, he's been wrong before, and that always dents your confidence. He once said that Meghan was the biggest mistake I'd ever made, and that I should run for my life. But, so it just shows you really, isn't it? I suppose my critics are correct. This ayahuasca stuff does make you talk a load of nonsense.
Although I am eager to get to this comment you made, Meghan, about how Harry couldn't answer some of the UK citizenship questions that were on the test that you took. Yeah, he didn't do the best. Well, I thought for fun we'd test him now on a few. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
Which king was executed in 1649?
Billie Jean?
Charles I. Who built the Tower of London?
Trump, wasn't it?
William the Conqueror. Which UK territory is not part of Great Britain?
Cornwall.
Northern Ireland. How often are Prime Minister's questions held in Parliament?
Annually. Or is it biannually? No, annually.
Weekly, in fact. Where was William Shakespeare born?
Denmark.
Stratford-upon-Avon. There are 15 national parks in England, Wales and Scotland. What are national parks?
The open meeting places for nationalist racists.
Areas of protected countryside. Who was reigning in England when English settlers first began to colonize the eastern coast of America?
William Wallace?
Elizabeth I. Where is Swansea located?
I don't know. Wales.
Oh, correct. Which medieval census gives us records about England during the reign of William I?
That'll be the Yellow Pages.
And lastly,
Yes. Now, what Dr. Jackson should have said there is that the correct answer is the Doomsday Book. Back to Cobalt.
in 1348, 1/3 of the population of England, Wales, and Scotland died as a result of which disease?
Rampant racism,
The Black Death.
which is probably the most racist thing I've ever heard.
It appears that there were consequences for your book's spare. After all, Harry, King Charles has officially taken away Queen Elizabeth II's wedding gift to you, Frogmore Cottage.
It feels like a cruel and delicious blow.
Malicious. I'm just hoping this will open people's eyes. This is horrible, horrible behavior, right? This is the type of people they are. Did you not think, Harry, that you were skating on the thinnest of thin ices with your father after the comments you made about Camilla?
Look, truth is truth, right? And if I speak truth and it offends powerful people, and those people happen to be members of my family, well, so be it.
Yes, how noble you are when disregarding other people's feelings.
Thanks.
It's a very final and cruel punishment. It really feels like we're being, cast out of the royal frame, for good.
You'll always be a princess in my eyes, Meghan. And maybe just, that should be enough.
Yeah, well, it's not. I was a princess in my daddy's eyes, too. He worked tooth and bone for my education.
Which was well worth it, evidently.
Yeah, and I cast him aside when he was no longer coughing up the goods,
Well, there has been talk, actually, a suggestion that Andrew, Harry, and myself make a separate balcony appearance, so we can, greet our fans properly. Oh, I suppose you were far too principled to even consider such an idea.
Surprisingly not.
No, I thought the idea had some merit to it, Yeah, it would have been a little bit wounding not to be up there with the Queen and the rest of the royal family to celebrate properly. But, a lot of our fans, legions of our fans, would have traveled hundreds, maybe thousands of miles just to get a glimpse of us. So, yeah, I would have endured that disrespect to properly honor my fans, our fans, my fans.
So you're saying you would have actually stood on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, just you, Harry, and the widely reviled Prince Andrew in a separate appearance?
Well,
he refused.
Sorry?
It's so unfair. He said he didn't want to be seen with us.
Well, no, Harry, he didn't say those words,
No, but I looked up every single one of those words his lawyer wrote in that letter. And he was definitely saying something along the lines of, he didn't want to be seen with us.
Yeah, but Harry, what have I said? What have I told you about looking at serious documents?
That I'm not to.
Yeah, and what did I say would happen if you did it again?
I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly.
You two okay?
Well, you gotta be firm but fair.
Yeah, we asked for a mediator between us and my father.
And I really don't see what's wrong about bringing somebody in, as a unifier between two parties.
Like the cream between two biscuit halves of an Oreo.
Profound, Harry. Although you must admit it was a ludicrous suggestion insofar as they were obviously never going to go for it.
Yeah, right? Because they won't embrace, modern solutions to age-old problems.
I even heard that Camilla choked on her tea.
That's a shame. But the best way to prevent future, family squabbles is to set up, safe space parameters and proper accountability for what people say, because
words have feelings.
No, because words have consequences, and can cause seriously hurt feelings, right?
Oh, that's it, yeah. I knew that words and feelings were connected somehow. I just wasn't sure exactly how.
Yeah, which kind of makes me wonder why you spoke in the first place.
Yeah, right. My mistake.
Well, I have a comment here from a fraudster with no gender, whose favourite song is The Great Pretender, who asks what Disneyfied version of reality are they living in, thinking that Prince Charles or Prince William were ever going to air their grievances in front of a mediator who's probably a pansexual spiritual herbalist guidance counsellor with a ponytail and a name tag with his preferred pronouns and a name like Kevin, spelt with a C.
They can leave Kevin out of this.
Yeah, no, he's a really great guy, and he really helped me deal with Harry's annoying habits.
Oh, what did he suggest?
Spend less time with him.
It's simple but effective.
It works.
And now, when we do see each other, all of those previously annoying things are like little love muffins that Meghan finds so endearing.
Yeah, Harry's got quite the imagination.
Indeed. I mean, he still imagines himself to be relevant. But returning to your comment, Meghan, about the cameras being on you, was that the main reason you were there? I mean, there did seem little need for you.
Well, yeah, I was there to support my partner, to whom I'm consciously coupled.
For now.